Here are 10 reasons why your fish are dying when you bring them home from the fish store. Let's get it. The reasons why your fish are dying can be super simple or super complex, so please make sure to watch the entire video and like and comment for more. The first we'll go off with a super simple one is that you didn't cycle your tank. Did you know that there are many different cycle methods, but mostly all of them require a lot of hard work and a lot of patience? And if you're like me and you want to have a laid back approach, you need to allow your tank to cycle for a while, meaning not just a week, not just 2 weeks, but at least 3. In my opinion, a 3-week tank is a perfectly cycled tank to handle most things, most fish, as long as the stocking is light. But in that regard, I do add a lot of plants and a lot of different types of growing plants, fast ones, slow. Going off of plants, I do suggest you incorporate plants in your tank because they provide a lot of benefits to it. They soak up a lot of the dirtiness in the water and help the tank become a complete ecosystem, which, to be honest, as someone who's kind of lazy, that's the dream. I don't want to touch this. I want to provide the least amount of effort to have it a beautiful tank. Third tip is how you acclimate your fish. What I mean is that you can't always just plop your fish in straight from the bag. Sometimes they require drip acclimation, which you get an inline tube and you slowly drip a drip of water. I like to do maybe a drip or two every second for about 10-20 minutes. Get that fish used to that water, and then after that I put in a little bit. I increase the flow to maybe 2 to 4 drips. I times that by 2, and I feel comfortable putting the fish in my tank once the old water is the smaller amount of what I put in. Another tip is going to be that you did not research your fish that you're going to be getting. A lot of different fish require a lot of different things, especially shrimp. So don't be putting, such as these are German blue rams. They require a little bit hotter tank, and these endlers are going to be perfectly fine with them, while some other fish who require more colder water are not going to be so happy with them. So definitely research what type of water parameters, what type of condition you want for your tank, and go for that. Tip number 6 is that there's not enough aeration in your tank, meaning the fish cannot breathe and they're suffocating. There's not enough air transfer between the surface and the actual air to allow the fish to breathe. You can use lots of different things. I like to use sponge filters as they're super easy and simple, but you can use air stones, and if you have a hang on the back, that works really, really well in transferring. Just make sure that it doesn't get blocked up. Tip number 7 is that you are feeding way too much in your tank. The rule of thumb that I like to follow is that you should be feeding what your fish can eat in about 20 seconds and nothing more. And with all the uneaten food, and especially in this tank where there's no snails and there's no cleanup crew, that food is going to waste and turn into a lot of nasties in the water, which is going to make you do a water change. Tip number 8 is that you are changing the water parameters way too much. Once the tank is cycled, you shouldn't be changing your water super often. I do mine every 2 weeks, and it's only about 10 to 15%. That isn't too much. That isn't too big of a change, and I allow the plants to suck up most of the nasties in the water to allow the tank to be an actual ecosystem. Tip number 9 is that your substrate might be leaking stuff into your water. Rocks, or even if you reuse old aquarium soil or gravel, sand, anything, and if they had anything in that, it could transfer over into your tank. So always be careful and try your best to either get new or get something from a reliable source. Lastly is a super obvious one, but your tank might be too small for the fish. They could be super cramped and they might not be too happy about it, and they're getting way too stressed, and that's what's causing a lot of the problems that you're having with these fish. If you can think of any more reasons, please comment down below. But I really hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good one.